Also on our SoundCloud channel. You can search Sportscast or Josh Pacheco. Either one will get you to the place. Also on our website, sportscastlife.com, and our Instagram at Sportscast. Going to get into a little bit of NBA playoffs. Again, Renee's joining us back after,
2 months?
It
was about 2 months.
Mm-hmm. 2-month hiatus from us. So
felt like forever.
Yeah, glad to have you back. It feels like we're back in the game again, though.
Right.
2 quick notes before we move on. I know I love Tom Brady, and I always preach how Tom Brady's just, I wish I was him in every way possible. But not at the Met Gala.
And what was that whole thing?
Can you throw the picture of Tom Brady?
I'm not sure they should even had this Met Gala.
Do you say gala or gala?
Gala.
Did you see some of these?
I don't even want to get
outfits?
into it. Don't even want to get into it.
Look what Tom looked like. He looked like a fucking magician.
He looked like one of the three
He looked
fucking
like a James
amigos.
Bond.
He looked like one of the three amigos without the hat. Without the big sombrero.
He just thrusted the hips out.
One of my favorite movies of all time, by the way.
Is that right?
Yeah, The Three Amigos rules.
Thrusted the hips out.
I mean, I'm just not sure what he was.
I don't get what the fuck anyone's wearing at that shit. Like, what it, like...
I don't know what the
someone
theme
showed up
was,
in, like,
and I
full,
don't know
like, one
why.
girl
I
showed up in,
tweeted
like,
out,
full armor
I
or
tweeted
something.
out, I would just be that dick that wears a Mets jersey because it's the Met Gala. I'd be like, what, Mets? Would someone say Mets? Yeah.
That's awesome. You know what? I'll give you a ding on that. That's good. I like that.
I'd be drawing little lines going, I thought you said meth.
Oh, it's a bunch of meth heads show up?
Oh, you
That'd
said
be
this is the
great.
Meth Gala?
Well, hell, I think it was because the Olsen twins were there.
No food.
Oh, fucking
right?
shit,
no
man.
food necessary for this one.
Fucking Olsen twins, I think, were there for the meth gala. Jesus Christ.
Right, they look like skeletons, right? It's pretty bad.
God, man, those two. Just eat some food,
That's
man.
a
Go
cheap way to have
cheeseburger.
something, right? You don't have to have a buffet. You don't have to serve them dinner. It's just a meth gala, man. Nobody's eating shit.
Yeah. And they just munch it
Everyone
down.
just dresses as tweakers. And they're just like,
It's, of course, they had Johnny
Bums.
Weir there once again. What the fuck is Johnny Weir? That's probably Johnny Weir's heaven.
Right? That gala right
Did you
there?
see
Yeah.
his hat?
No.
My God, man.
No.
It went up like 2 stories. And
No.
Tara Lipinski's on, I think. I think she was at the meth gala, too.
Right.
My God, that girl, because I don't know where she is. She's crazy.
She's a freak.
She is. She's crazy,
She's a
man.
freak.
She's crazy. And then also, Knocker, did you, speaking of one of the Patriots players, did you see Rob Gronkowski?
Yes.
And unloading on with a minigun over. Oh my God, Knock! Let's play this video. Where is it? I got it on our site here. Let's see. Knock! The sound of this minigun is fucking just
super
fantastic. You guys have to
badass.
check this out. It's on our Sportscast Instagram, also on our website.
You can't see. It's a handheld. Basically, it's a handheld. Look at this man bun on this Celtics player. And it's just wrong.
It's in a little twirl.
It's just
it
wrong.
looks like a
I can do that
pigtail
with my
on top
hair.
of his
I
head.
can do that with my hair.
Can you imagine him walking out in the 70s or 60s with that? Will Chamberlain would have just knocked him out just because. Douchebag! Just because. You know, Nate Thurman would have elbowed this guy just right on the break. Just boom, you're down. Get out of here.
Rather have him
with
flop like a fucking pony? I don't get it. You think like it's not as gay to have a pony?
that. No, it's not. Not at all.
And there's
Not
nothing
even
wrong with
close.
having a pony. Like being gay with a pony is cool. All we're saying is this not straight.
All right? Like Bob Seger says, man, you always seem outnumbered, so you never make a stand, right?
Yeah.
That's the pony right there. Long hair, man. That's just, rebel.
Well,
That's rebel.
while Tom
That's
Brady
not
was
Metro.
at the Met Gala, Rob Gronkowski was firing miniguns off, Knocker. This is one of the greatest. Look at the sound. Throw up the picture
This is
here.
so badass, dude.
Here it is.
That's got to be shooting 1,000.
Watch it, Joe.
Oh my God.
That's Knocker. All I gotta say to that.
Fuck yeah! So lick my butt, suck on my bones, America. Fuck yeah! What you gonna do when we
Gronk comes
Yeah.
for you?
Imagine Gronk on the battlefield with that motherfucker.
That is just a badass handheld Gatling
Knocker.
gun at like 1,000
Dude.
rounds per minute. Just
So nuts. His first upcoming movie, Boss Level. I don't even know what that is. Probably be some cheesy C movie, but still.
Hey, but that's how The Rock started. You
Man.
do those funky movies.
See,
John
The Rock
Cena
just came out today.
and-
The Rock gets paid $1 million just to fucking promote his movies on Instagram.
I bet. He's made himself a hell of a career, man. Smart man.
You know what? One last thought here
Smart
before we get to
man.
the NBA. What the fuck is Katie Nolan getting
Hulk
$1
Hogan
million?
did it all first, though, man. Remember, he was in Suburban Commando.
He was.
And he was in.
He was. He made
Mr.
some cheesy.
Nanny.
Mr. Nanny was
Mr.
a good one.
Nanny.
Schwarzenegger is just the
He wasn't a
original.
wrestler. I
Yeah,
mean, like
but-
the
yeah.
original wrestler.
Yeah.
WWE.
Well, someone that doesn't deserve fucking any money is what the fuck is Katie? Did you know ESPN's paying Katie Nolan $1 million
I don't even know
a
who
year?
Katie Nolan is.
Exactly. You just made my goddamn point.
I have no idea who she is. Who is she?
Exactly. She's some girl that has some dimples. It looks cute, and they put her on the fucking radio. She does Snapchat. And she has a podcast every couple. The fuck is she's making $1 million? Exactly, Knocker. You don't
doing
even
what?
know who she is. Exactly. That's why I'm just gonna move on.
Okay.
That's why I'm exactly. You just proved my point in so many fucking ways. So many ways, Knocker. All right, well, let's get into the NBA here, man. We've got the NBA playoffs going on. We've got them right behind us, Knocker. What do we got? Sixers, Celtics going on.
Boston's up.
I got a
by
feeling
7
these two
points.
teams, though, Knocker, are going to be the ones fighting it out in the East here for the next 5 to 6 years. Both young teams,
Well, you're gonna get
Simmons
Indiana.
and Embiid. You've got Kyrie coming back for Boston, and same with Hayward. So it's
Yeah.
going to be.
Well, I love it. This is just an old school rivalry, though. For me, this is just, it doesn't get better than Boston Philly. There's
Yeah.
so many legendary, fantastic series between these two teams, second only to the Boston Lakers rivalry. But I just love the fact that these two teams are playing each other. You know, I think it's good for the
to
league.
See. It is good for the league. And what else is good for the league is having Shaq and Sir Charles on the same fucking broadcast.
God, I love it.
Knocker, you know, I think half of it's nonsense, but I think that's why I enjoy it.
Absolutely.
And you got Kenny in the middle, who's just like these fucking dudes.
These guys are idiots.
And then they got the oblivious white guy host.
Right, your token white
yeah,
guy.
like your token white guy is on the show.
Like that, these guys wouldn't be able to handle the show, so
Yeah.
let's put a white guy in there to
Yeah.
make sure that everything runs smoothly.
Exactly.
Like, what the fuck is that?
Yeah, it's like so weird.
Seriously.
Like, he's
He
a good
has-
host.
He has nothing in common with these three people.
Right, nothing at all.
Nothing
Nothing at all.
at all.
But he somehow, I don't
But
know.
he's going to run the show.
Yeah, but he runs the show. But anyways,
Until they
Shaq
decide-
and Charles, as we know, the Raptors got knocked out. They got swept by the Cavs. Just got embarrassed, pretty much, knock. And what started off the discussion was that the Raptors coach, Dwayne Casey's relationship with his best player, Knocker, DeMar DeRozan.
Right.
And it turned into a big argument between Shaq and Sir Charles.
Yes, it
Shaq
did.
on the side saying that there doesn't need to be a great relationship between the star and the coach.
You don't
I've
baby
won
your
without that,
players.
right? Don't baby your players. Charles in there says no. It's Toronto. You kind of have to.
You have to,
You
make
gotta-
sure you have a certain amount
right?
of respect for your star player.
And
blah,
Shaq
blah.
just throws the ultimate burn on
Right.
him, and I love it. And
it.
here we go. Throw up the picture.
To
Renee,
repair
if you
his
can.
relationship with DeMar DeRozan.
No, he don't.
Yes, he does.
No, he doesn't.
Yeah, you have to
not
because
funny either, no.
listen. If your best player, you bench your best player.
Why was he benched?
That's not the point.
It is the point.
You don't disrespect your best player. If
Listen.
you don't have a great
Turn up a little
relationship
bit.
with your best player, you're never going to win.
That's not true.
He did not.
That's not true.
He did not, well, in
That's
your
not
opinion,
true.
no. Just because you say something, it's just
That's
your
not
opinion.
true.
No, it's not true.
Me and Pat Riley never saw eye to eye, and what happened to my man win. So it's not true what you're saying.
Well, you
it's
had
not true what you're saying.
That's not true.
I'm just letting you know you know what you did.
Was the man on that team?
It doesn't matter. It doesn't matter.
Even start.
It doesn't matter. I was a
Dwayne Wade
role
was-
player. You're right, but you know what?
That's
Me and him
my
didn't get
point.
along.
That's my
But-
point.
but me and
I'm
him didn't get
saying
along.
with your best player.
don't know what you're talking about when it comes to
I'm
championship.
just
No.
telling you something.
Stop
Dwayne
babying
Wade
these
carried
players.
you to that championship. No matter how much you scream you loud,
Listen.
that does not
Listen.
make you right.
Listen.
You're wrong in the city. You can
And that's why
yell,
you ain't
yell,
win, 'cause
yell,
you was a
yell.
baby. Stop
No,
babying these
no,
players.
I'm not babying no players.
He don't play.
No,
He don't play.
no,
He got to sit his ass down.
but-
Period.
He got to repair his
He ain't got to repair nothing. He got to stop
He does
babying
got
your
to
players.
repair. He
You
got-
got baby. That's why you ain't win.
He got the. I didn't have Dwayne. I didn't have Dwayne Wade and Kobe Bryant carry me up and down the court.
So why you don't hold
man.
him? Because I got 3 Finals MVP, Chuck.
Because you
Google me,
because
Chuck.
those guys-
Google me,
everybody-
Chuck.
everybody-
Google
everybody
me.
You're a great player.
You don't know what you're talking
That
about
is
when it
the
comes,
next
Joe. He ain't
statement.
got to repair
That's
nothing.
not.
He got to step up and play.
We all
when it
didn't
comes
have
play.
other players
This is
carrying us
playoffs.
up and
Stop
down the
it,
court.
Chuck.
You can yell as much as
I
you
got
want
3
to.
Finals MVP. How many
and
you
you
got?
were a great player.
Thank
but
you.
you wouldn't have got him.
That's
You
my
didn't have
point.
Kobe
I'll
and
stop it.
Dwayne.
I'll
I will
stop it.
say, I will.
Kenny's got to step in.
It's awesome. Absolutely
No, I agree.
awesome. I'm so down with Shaq on this, though.
Are you?
Absolutely.
You sit on Shaq's side on this?
Absolutely. Absolutely.
No, I'm gonna play the. I'm gonna play the other
I'm
side
the
here.
coach. If I want to
Okay.
sit your ass because you're not doing what I ask you to do, guess what? I'm going to sit your ass because there's a power play here.
Yeah.
And a coach, if he's worth anything at all, it stops with him. The first time he kowtows to his superstar, he's done. Right? Just like Tyronn Lue. Right? I mean, when LeBron just
shoot him off, basically.
You know, just
disrespected
get out
him
of
on the
here,
court.
right?
Yeah.
How is anybody else supposed to respect you? Now, if the owner doesn't back you, fine, but at least you leave with your pride and your respect. I'm the freaking manager. I'm the freaking coach.
Okay.
You're going to do what I say, and if I don't think you're performing and you're half-assing it and you're tanking it or you're pouting, I'm going to sit your ass on the bench because I got to show everybody else on this team who I'm demanding 110% that I will bench you.
Can I play the other side here?
Sure,
Knockers?
go ahead.
I'm going to play the other side. In fact, that
Go ahead, Charles.
hey, we're the Toronto Raptors.
Google me, Josh.
Yeah, Google. Hey, fucking Google you. I don't want to Google you. There's some weird shit when
Right.
I Google Bud
Wait,
Knockers.
go on.
We're Toronto Raptors. We're in Canada. We don't have one of the big, we saw how Vancouver Grizzlies turned out. Yeah, that worked for a few years, and they got the fuck out of Canada because no one really gave a fuck and they wanted to play there.
Okay.
We're Toronto Raptors. We've got maybe 2 stars in DeMar DeRozan and the other kid that they have over there, okay? We got to keep these guys here because we may never get – we're not getting free agents. If I'm the Toronto Raptors front office, I'm not getting free agents, Knocker. So do you get that side of the – because I think that's what Charles is arguing here. He's saying that this is the Toronto Raptors. You've got 1 star, DeMar DeRozan.
I understand that.
You're going to kind of need to
I'm not.
work with the kid.
No, I'm not.
No. You'll let him walk?
Absolutely.
And then what? You end up like the
I am
Vancouver
never,
Grizzlies
Josh. You
in
have
your
to,
organizations.
you
and
have
shit.
to understand where I come from. I am never, at any time, anywhere, going to let a player have more power than me as a
You
coach.
don't think Kobe had more power than the coach? You
Not
don't think
over-
Michael
not over
Jordan?
Phil Jackson,
You don't think
no.
Michael Jordan did?
Not over
You
Phil
don't think
Jackson.
if it came down the wire, Bulls have said, "Hey," Michael said, "Hey, it's me or Phil."
No, but Michael.
It's fucking
but
Michael.
at what point did Michael?
Every time the
at
player's
what,
more valuable.
At what point
than
did
the coach?
At what point did Michael never give 110%?
That's the argument here. Is the player more valuable than the coach? Is
No.
the star more valuable than the coach? Yes, he is. He is.
Well, if he
Does
is,
the coach? Did you on your ticket?
he is,
on
you
your
fire the
ticket,
coach.
you went,
Well, it is
hey,
now.
Billy, your 8-year-old. Hey, Billy, we're gonna go see Billy Donovan tonight. Or no, is it we're gonna go see Russell Westbrook? That's who it is.
if that's how you want it, okay.
It's not how I wanted. It's how it is.
No, it doesn't have to be. Not at all. The Yankees, the 77-70, the mid-70s Yankees, Billy Martin and Reggie fought in the dugout. They had a flat-out brawl in the dugout. But
Okay.
when they got between the lines, guess what Reggie did?
He
He
played.
fucking performed.
I get that.
Right? If DeRozan's not performing because he's pouting, then you put his ass on the bench.
I'm not.
If you're going to be my superstar and you want me to treat you like one, then
there's
you know
no-
what? Act
you
like
think
one.
There's no coddling of stars.
God, no.
In sports.
No, there is,
You think
but there
there's no
shouldn't
room
be.
for that? There shouldn't be, but there is.
Of course there is.
But you wouldn't as a GM? I don't think you succeed if you don't coddle your stars. You
No,
have to coddle your stars.
My coach has gotten the Raptors, who don't have a whole ton of players, right, into the playoffs for the last 3 years. This coach has done more with this team than maybe anybody else. I'm going to back the coach
you
on
don't
this.
think Mike
I'm sorry.
Trout's coddled?
No.
No?
I don't think he asks to be coddled.
I don't think that the
The
player
the early 70s Oakland A's, they hated each other and the
You
coach.
don't think
but
Sidney
they won
Crosby's
3 World Series
coddled
in a
by the
row.
Penguins?
No, I don't think he asks
You don't
to be.
think that they don't think that they bow down to Sidney Crosby? Is
God,
that
no.
coddling
He
him?
doesn't ask them to. That's the difference. A superstar worth his money isn't going to ask the organization to kowtow to him. How is that going to make him look to the other players? He still has to have the other players' respect. He still can't win this all alone.
You can't
LeBron
be ignorant.
right
you
now
can't
is about
be
the only
ignorant
guy.
to the fact that there's no coddling stars.
Oh,
You
I'm
have
sure there
to.
is, but those organizations aren't winning. They're not winning.
You don't think the Patriots coddle Tom Brady? And give him anything he wants? Big Ben, you don't think he's coddled by the Steelers?
No, I think they give him what he wants, but he doesn't ask for much.
Knocker,
He
Renee,
takes
you
pay
don't think
cuts.
the Dodgers coddle fucking Clayton Kershaw? You don't think they coddle Clayton Kershaw?
But he doesn't ask for anything.
And Cody Bellinger.
And Cody Bellinger, you don't think they coddle those stars? Hey, Cody, what is it you need? Because, you
No,
do.
I don't. I don't think they do. And
Renee,
I think
you
I
know
think
they
teams
do.
I think
At least
teams
Kershaw for sure.
I think teams that coddle players don't win.
You don't think Manny Ramirez was fucking coddled by the Red Sox?
No, they just
What
put
do you
up with
mean?
him because he produced.
That's coddling.
But
Is
they're-
the
but
synonym of coddling, is it putting up with
when
someone?
push came to shove, they got rid of him.
Oh, Knocker, after what? Yeah, after a 12-year
As long
career.
as you produce, you can be the biggest a-hole
You don't think
on
the
earth.
Bulls coddled Dennis Rodman? Yeah, they coddled him. They put up with this fucking shit because he was good and he helped to win championships. That's coddling.
I understand that. But if he goes out on the court and loafs, this is the point, Josh. When you get on the court, you can ask for all these things, and you can be a jackass, and you can, just like Gronk, you can do all these things and ask for all these things, and I'll give them to you. But the first time that you half-ass it on the court, I'm going to call you on it. And I have that right. I'm going to call you on it. Does Brady ever half-assed it? No. Has Gronk ever half-assed it? No. I can't say Bellinger has. I can't say Hershiser's
You don't think the
half-assed it
Patriots
out there.
coddled Gronk? They coddle him.
But what does he do
Because
when
he's
he's on?
a star.
Exactly. So if he went out there,
So you said exactly. So you're saying you're agreeing with me.
but this DeRozan, A, he's not a superstar.
No, he's not. He's
Okay,
a star. He's
and
not
B,
a superstar.
apparently he half-assed it on the court or did something to disrespect his coach.
Okay.
Right?
Okay.
At that point, you're not a superstar anymore.
We're not. We know DeMar DeRozan's not a superstar.
Okay.
I'm saying stars. I'm just saying.
Fine.
Dennis Rodman wasn't a superstar.
Fine, but if
He
you
was
want
a
me to
star
coddle
player.
you, if you want me to coddle you, at no time can you ever half-ass it. Period. The first time you half-ass it, you're not a star anymore. You're a punk, and I'm sitting your ass down. Now we can fix this. The next time I put you in, if you pout, you're sitting your ass back down.
My rebuttal to that point is stars take nights off. LeBron's admittedly take nights off. He quit in games.
I
And
understand
you
that,
put
but
up
this
with
is
it.
the playoffs.
And you put up with it.
'Cause
He quit in a playoff game. He's quit in a playoff game before. You don't think that...
I don't think what LeBron does to his coach is right. That's just me.
But that's not the argument to you, Knocker, which is that stars are coddled. And you have to coddle your stars.
To a certain extent. But at some point, the line has to be drawn.
And I agree with
I'm
you
the
to a
coach.
certain
You're the
extent.
player.
You're right.
Sit your ass down.
That's what it is. Stars need to be coddled to a certain
Exactly.
extent.
Of course. Of course. You got to put up with some shit because they're stars because they're a little eccentric. They are crazy. They're different.
Okay. No, I agree.
But-
I agree with you on that. I can. We can settle on
But
that.
I'd rather you fire me than have me, lick this guy's tennis shoes.
Well, speaking of LeBron, as you were talking about, throw up the old LeBron MJ argument that it goes back since LeBron started, right? I mean, it's been there and done that. Everyone's had it at the water cooler, whatever you want to call it, at work with their buddies drunk over something. You've had the LeBron MJ talk. Now we've seen LeBron Knocker these playoffs take a team that's
Yes.
without Kyrie Irving. Kevin Love's a shell of himself. J.R. Smith, you never know what you're gonna get. Tristan Thompson's cheating on his wife and can't even show up half nights. He's had one good game. You know what I'm saying? He's carried this team now.
Yes.
He carried him past the Pacers in a series that most people thought he was going to lose after they went down 2-1. Now he comes back. He sweeps the Raptors. Makes his backstep, whatever fading jumper that he has now is just filthy. It's one of the filthiest things I've seen.
That's what's great about him is he's still working on his game, becoming a better player.
Now
I'll give him
he
that.
won, I think, 2 to 3 games just on last shots in these past 2 series. That alone, Knocker, he's in the Eastern Conference Finals again. Probably going to be the favorite to go to the finals over the Celtics or the Sixers, whoever gets in here. I think that not only do I think that he passed Jordan when he beat the Warriors when he came back 3-1. I think that's what put him over the limit for me for Jordan. He's going to crush all his numbers. Statistically, LeBron's untouchable. He's already crushed Jordan's numbers.
I don't care about stats. You know that.
I get that.
Don't care about.
But
Throw him out the window.
But you can't Knocker. You can't have you can't be a sports media person as you are, or be a radio host or podcaster or whatever that you want to consider yourself that you are, a sports enthusiast, without saying that stats don't come into any type of.
Stats are
They don't
totally
matter at all
misleading.
because that's just.
Well, they matter a little bit.
because you can't say they don't matter at all. That's what sports have been. That's what
they
people
matter.
base most
They
stuff on.
matter a little, but the stats are made up in the fourth quarter in a blowout. Stats
Okay.
are made up in games that don't mean anything. Stats.
Okay, but
stats mean nothing.
LeBron's going to maybe finish with the same amount of titles, if not maybe one less, but in twice as many finals games, with twice as many MVPs. Killed all
here's
those.
the-
I
here's
mean,
the bottom
Knocker,
line.
win for you because I know you said, or like a couple shows ago, you said that your standard is Magic, Larry Bird, and what Kareem? What you said? There's 3, I think. You that's who your standard. Oh, it's Jordan. You said Jordan,
Right.
Bird, and Magic is
Yes.
your standard.
Yes.
That's where you measure everybody.
Yes.
And LeBron still doesn't pass any of those guys for you?
Here's my problem with that, and here's my problem with all other sports than other than baseball, which we've talked about before. Okay. Michael Jordan playing in today's game would be doing the same exact thing as LeBron. He'd be doing the same exact thing, giving the players and playing in that Eastern Conference as weak as it is, and blah blah blah. I think playing the same with the same group of players that LeBron has played with
over his career.
He would do the same thing. And
you
so
think
would Magic.
LeBron carries this? You think Jordan carries this Cavs team past what LeBron?
I do. I really do. And the problem is,
you think
you
Magic does it? And
absolutely.
Larry Bird?
Oh, Larry Bird is probably better than both of them. To be honest with you.
Wow.
I'm just telling it like it is. The problem is you can't put them in today's league. You can't compare. They were the best.
I think Magic could play in today's league.
And so could Larry Bird, and he'd be dominant superstar. And so could Magic. That's why those are my three guys. LeBron.
I say that saying I think that Magic could be Magic in today's league.
Sure,
you know what
he
I'm
could.
saying? Like, I'm not like trying to say that Magic he'd just be average and say.
Oh, no.
Magic would be great.
Sure, and so would Bird, and so would Michael Jordan. So the argument is kind of.
Wait, so LeBron never passes. Like, there's nothing LeBron can do in your eyes that would ever put him above any of those players. Which is, it blows it. To me, I think you're being an old-time grumpy fart. That's what I think you're being. I think you're being one of those guys that you're relishing the you're not giving LeBron his due credit.
No, I think LeBron could play in that era too. I think he's one of the few guys
LeBron
today.
would destroy Larry Bird. Physically destroy him.
You're just so wrong. You're just wrong.
Not
You're just
LeBron's wrong. What? A 230, 240 ripped to mother like 6'4".
Okay, but the game
whatever
was
he is. I don't even
different
know.
back then. Now LeBron.
Give me Renee. Look up what's LeBron's like his physical attributes. Like what's his compared to Larry Bird?
Would be a superstar in that era. He's one of
Renee
the
to work
he's
here
one
is
of the
bad.
guys that are playing now. That if you put him in that era,
Yeah.
he would still be a superstar.
You
But
can't-
to
you-
say he's better than those three guys, I'm never going to say that.
I want to
no.
know what LeBron's attributes. I
I'm
want to
just
know
not.
what LeBron's attributes.
And look
are
at this stat.
compared to
Okay,
Larry
O-dawg
Bird.
threw this stat out. Okay, in the playoffs,
Yeah.
the most 30-point with 10 assist games, or 30 point with 10 rebounds, or 30 rebounds. It was some little list, right?
Okay.
That LeBron has 16 of them, 30 plus whatever, right?
Mm-hmm.
Michael Jordan had 15, right? Then you get to Jerry West. The next two are Jerry West and Oscar Robertson, tied at 14. Okay? And you would say, well, they're so much better than those guys. That was a different era and blah, blah, blah. Mind you, Jerry West had no three-point shot, and he didn't get 4 rounds of playoffs. So the amount of games he had to do the same exact thing
but we're not comparing
is a lot
Jerry
less.
West.
Well, that's what's so hard about saying he's the best ever. That LeBron's the best ever.
Just go to his
I
Wikipedia.
can't
Try
say that.
His Wikipedia. It might have his height.
Well, he's probably 6'6".
You got it, Renee?
He's 6'8".
Okay,
he's
LeBron- this is
250
LeBron?
pounds.
LeBron's
Yeah.
6'8",
Right.
250.
30
Magic
33
was
years
6'9", 240.
And what's Bird? So LeBron is what? What is it? One more time.
Bird was
He's 33. He's 6'8" and 250
Okay,
pounds.
6'8", 250. So what's Bird?
Larry Bird could do everything that LeBron does. Everything.
No way.
And make it look easy.
Larry Bird's not
You
running
need-
down the court, chasing down someone to make a block.
Larry
That's
Bird.
not happening.
Well,
What's Larry
Okay,
Bird?
that's the one thing he didn't do.
Okay,
But he
say,
still
yeah,
blocked
that's
shots.
what makes
this
LeBron
says
great.
he still
okay,
blocked
this
shots.
isn't right. This says he's 31.
No, but then his height's
220
fine.
pounds.
Okay,
His
so
height.
he-
Oh, he's 6'9".
Okay, so the same height, he's less weight. He's a skinny little white dude. But like you said, he's not running back. That's what makes LeBron great. He's everything you want in a player.
But he doesn't do everything Larry Bird did.
What does he not do? What does he not do? Make game-winning shots? He's done it.
This year,
Beat one of the greatest
okay,
teams in the
now,
history of the sport.
I will
in
give
the,
you.
in the
I will
Warriors.
give you this. The last 3 games against the Pacers, he moved way up the list, way up to maybe 1 and 1A. The 3 games
That
he
bank
beat.
shot against
Okay.
the Raptors.
Here's
I'm
a
just
good
telling
comparison
you,
side
okay?
by
I'm
side.
trying to agree with you here.
Okay.
He took those last 2 games against the Indiana and the 1 game against the Raptors, and he won it by himself. Period.
Go ahead, Renee. What do you
Okay,
got?
so there's this cool site
Yeah.
I just found at Land of Basketball.
Okay.
So this is comparing Larry Bird versus LeBron James.
Okay.
All right.
Yeah, give
they
me
both
some.
have 3 NBA championships
Okay.
each. Larry Bird played 13 NBA seasons. LeBron James has played 15 NBA seasons.
Okay.
Larry Bird has appeared in 12 playoffs.
Wait. How many seasons has LeBron played?
15.
And
As
how many
opposed to
has Larry
13.
Bird?
He played
13.
13.
Oh, and LeBron's gonna probably play 5 fucking more seasons. so
Larry
he's gonna
Bird.
have.
Larry Bird played the last 3 seasons on one leg.
Oh, so he's not durable like LeBron, who's
Oh
played
my God.
every
It was a
single
different
season.
league. Nobody
What do you
touches
mean it's a different
LeBron.
league? It's not different if I get hurt enough. I'm still a fucking human being.
Nobody touches
No,
LeBron.
thank you, Renee. I like this site because no.
Keep going.
No.
Okay,
Keep
so
going.
playoffs played is the next one. LeBron James 13, Larry Bird 12.
Okay.
All-Star game appearances. LeBron James 14, Larry Bird 12.
Yeah, All-Star. I just kind of throw All-Star because that's like fan voting
Keep going,
bullshit.
keep
Yeah.
going.
Season MVPs. LeBron James 4, Larry Bird 3.
Suck it, Larry.
Finals MVP. LeBron James 3, Larry Bird 2.
Ooh, suck it, Larry.
All NBA first team. LeBron James 11, Larry Bird 9.
Suck it, Larry.
All NBA teams total selections. LeBron James 13, Larry Bird 10.
Suck it, Larry.
All defensive first team. LeBron James 5, Larry Bird 0.
Oh, sit. Wait.
Scoring.
He said no. Wait.
Get to the important
No.
stuff.
He just said 0 defensive awards.
Scoring
To the
leader.
important stuff.
Scoring leader. LeBron James 1, Larry Bird 0. Rookie.
Oh, suck it, Larry.
Okay, both rookie of the year. They each have one rookie of the year. Points per game. LeBron James 27.2, Larry Bird 24.3.
It's not even comparison.
What else do you want to know? Assists
No,
per
I
game?
didn't know anything more. Knocker just can't say Knockers. He's
Total
he's
points.
shut down.
Total points.
You got Bird, as my daughter would
LeBron
say.
James 31,038. Larry Bird
He's got
21,794.
10,000 more points. He's got 10,000.
I understand
1,000 more points.
what I am saying, and your question was if you put Larry Bird on the same teams as LeBron, and he had to carry those teams.
No, because
he'd
LeBron's not
probably-
making that block. No, Larry Bird's not making that block at the end of the Pacers
no,
game.
I understand that. Get off of that already.
No, because that's a big
But
block.
what I'm saying is Larry Bird did what he had to do, and he had great players around him. He had good players. Now, I will give you this. LeBron has probably done more with less players than Larry Bird did. I will give you that. The Celtics had great players around him.
Great team.
One of the greatest teams ever. Magic Johnson, same thing. The Showtime Lakers, 8 NBA Finals in 10 years. Nobody's going to touch that. I mean, LeBron's by himself is, but no team is. Right? That's just not going to happen.
Yeah.
Right? So I'm not taking anything away from him. He's great. He's right there.
But you are.
But no, I'm not. He's right there.
He just read you all those stats, and not one did Larry
I
Bird beat
understand
him.
that.
I know you're not a stat guy.
Different era, different time. I'm just saying it's just a different game. Okay? It's a different game. Larry Bird was not a point guard. LeBron has the ball 80% of the time. Larry
LeBron's
Bird did
not
not
a
have the ball.
natural point
No,
guard.
but they give him the ball
Yeah,
80% of the
because
time.
he's fucking amazing.
I understand that, but Bird didn't have to do that to win. But he could have.
Oh man.
Okay?
You know, can
All
you,
I know-
does
all
that,
I- all I
does
know
that
is
same
this.
thing have can you do Magic versus LeBron?
Magic Johnson as a rookie
do Magic versus
played all
LeBron.
three positions in Game 6,
prove
scored
Knocker wrong on
42
everything
points,
right now.
17 rebounds, and LeBron's not doing that. He's not playing all three positions.
What? You can put LeBron at center and he'd
Okay?
be
And
fine.
there's just no way LeBron makes what happens with the Lakers. But again, different era, different team,
I'm
different
sick of the
style.
different era bullshit.
But it has to be into play. It's a different time. That's why you can't say he's that much better than these guys. They were the best of their time. That doesn't mean it doesn't translate. Could LeBron go back and play in the
think it
80s?
does mean-
He's one of the few guys that, yes, he could play
Okay.
in the
Got it.
80s against these
Okay,
guys.
Same
Okay,
website.
so this is Magic versus LeBron
Magic
now.
versus LeBron.
Okay, go ahead. Give it to me.
NBA championships.
Remember, he got AIDS.
Magic Johnson 5, LeBron James 3.
Okay, but let's just say Magic had a lot better teams.
NBA seasons: Magic Johnson 13,
Okay.
LeBron James 15.
AIDS, we'll just put it there. Okay.
Both have the same amount of playoffs played, 13.
Okay.
Okay, All-Star games: LeBron James 14, Magic Johnson 12. Season MVPs: LeBron James 4, Magic Johnson 3. Both tied in Finals MVPs with 3.
Okay.
What else you guys want to know?
Give me his points per game.
What's his playoff scoring average? Give me the juice here.
All
Hey,
right,
give me
Winning
scoring
counts.
leaders.
Yeah.
This is honors and awards.
Not scoring
scoring
leaders, playoffs. Playoffs.
Playoffs.
Playoff.
Playoffs. I don't care what he did in regular season. Regular season in the NBA is shit. Everybody knows it.
Okay, best playoffs. No game minimum. Points per game: LeBron James 35, Magic Johnson 25 per game.
Wait. What was that?
LeBron 35, Magic Johnson 25 points per game. Best playoffs. Rebounds per game: LeBron 11, Magic Johnson 13.7.
Okay. How many assists per game?
Magic Johnson has 15 over LeBron's 9.
Okay. All right.
Steals per game. Magic 3, LeBron 2.
Thank you.
Let's just say, because I agree with this, Magic is a lot closer to LeBron than fucking Larry Bird.
I still think Magic Johnson's the best player to ever play basketball.
And I think that's
I will argue that till my dying day.
You can argue that. So,
I will.
All right. Move on. Dr. Rob Tyson says, hashtag pampered players. You can't use LeBron James as an example. The guy is the coach of the Cavs.
Right? The ultimate pampered player.
It's not a LeBron hater.
No, it's not. It's just the way it is. It's the way it is.
Well, Knocker, we've got the 2 series that
That's like when
just the way
LeBron.
it
It's like
is.
when LeBron was in Miami. I don't even know that fool's name that coaches in Miami. But you really think he was running the show? Polstra?
Oh yeah, Spoelstra.
Right?
Yeah,
Spoelstra?
Yeah.
And he ran the Israeli dude right out of Cleveland half a year in.
No, the Russian. I think he was Russian. I forgot about that motherfucker. I forgot about that dude. He got him to a finals, and then he got fired. Because LeBron said, fuck you.
I don't like him.
I don't like him. He
I don't
drinks
like
too
him.
much vodka. And he smells like cigarettes. So, Knocker, lastly, we've got
He
the...
doesn't eat pork.
He doesn't eat pork. It's not American. No.
Gotta have my barbecue, man.
She's yeah. Hey, LeBron's throwing up some fucking pork chops and shit on the barbecue, and he invites his coach over, and he's like,
Pulled pork sandwich.
"Oh no, this ain't happening, bro."
He needs to go.
He could smell it from down the street. He's just like, he turns the car around real quick.
He needs
runs
to go.
the fuck out of there. You know what I'm saying? He's like, yeah, I'm out. That's his coach when he rolls up to LeBron's house, getting the fuck out.
That
Well,
was
Knocker,
fun.
lastly here though,
Let's go.
we
Let's
kind of got.
do it.
Before we get to break, we got to kind of get the 2 series that we wanted to see. We got the Rockets Warriors.
Yes.
Chris Paul finally gets over the hump.
Yes, he does.
Curry's come back and looks just exceptional. And you know what I love Curry? It's because he came back. Knocker, I don't think a Westbrook would have done this, or maybe even a Kobe Bryant would have done this. Curry came back and he came off the bench in his first game back.
Mhm.
Now, this guy's an MVP.
Right.
He's I believe he's a Finals MVP as well.
Right. Real superstars don't ask to be coddled.
Dude, the dude said no problem, and he came
Right.
off, and it's something kids watch that,
Right.
Because that's the athlete you want to be.
Ultimate team player.
He is the ultimate team player.
Yes.
Steph Curry.
Yes.
Coming out off the bench, 6-man says no problem. I'll come out, draining threes like it's nothing again. Just that's what your kid. That as a kid, that's your role model athlete. It's not your Russell Westbrook. Give me the ball all the time, and I just put my head down, and go to the hole.
Right.
Because I played in the AA league, whatever basketball,
Right.
whatever that is, the AAU or whatever it is. And it's just, it was cool to see. And I got to put, but the Rockets come into this Knocker, and I still think they're just complete underdogs. Is it bad? Am I too confident in the Warriors right now?
No.
Because they look amazing.
No. Rockets are not going to win this.
Right, they're not.
They're not going to win this.
Knock, they're not.
There's not a chance in hell they're winning.
You know
this.
what, Knock? We'll both come back and eat crow if they do, but that's not happening.
It's not happening.
I think, and if you're betting the games, bet the over. There'll be
Right.
A lot of
Lot of
three-pointers,
scoring,
a
yeah.
lot of scoring. I was on Periscope earlier this morning, earlier before the show, Knocker, and I think it's a 6-game series. I think Houston can get 2 over on them.
Okay.
Because you're going to get one off night from. You're going to get one off night like the Warriors had against the Pelicans. You're going to get one off night against them. And I think the Rockets steal one game at home or on the road.
Yeah, I'm not going to argue that.
On the other side, Knocker, LeBron now goes up. He's had some rest now. He's able to rest his legs. What's the series? What's the game here?
Celtics are going to close them out.
Celtics.
I don't know what the score is, but they're up, I think, by about 10 points.
They're up by
and
10
it stayed,
points. Okay,
It stayed
so it's
pretty.
gonna be Celtics, Cavs. Who do you like in that series? Do you think LeBron? I think I got to take LeBron
Again,
until he loses,
I'm
right?
going. Yeah, I'm going with the Cavs until somebody beats them.
And so we're gonna get a Cavs Warriors. Just what is this?
Fourth year in a row?
Fourth year in a row.
Oh, actually, it's a 4-point game. Philly
in the
is Philly.
third.
It's 78-74. Boston.
Anyway, whoever you see going to the finals is the Warriors to lose. It is, right?
Yes.
I mean, there's just no question. about it.
Absolutely.
It's the Warriors to
They're
lose.
far and above the best team.
Okay. Well, we got O Dizzy on the line. You can call the show 626-208-9040. Oh Dizzle, my shizzle for nizzle for shizzle my nizzle. What's going on?
What's up, brothers? How are you, man?
Oh, I'm just schooling Knocker on how the
Oh,
greatness
my
of
God.
LeBron is so much better than all
You're
these old
so
farts that he
full
likes
of
to bring up.
crap.
Hey, Knocker, first of all, I appreciate the Ruckus shirt. I'm checking you out. I got you on one screen, and I'm talking
Hey, I got
to
the
you on another,
koozie.
so I
I got the
appreciate that.
koozie. I got the koozie going.
I see the koozie. I saw the koozie, Josh, so I
There you go.
appreciate that. Supporting Ruckus Nation.
my shirt's in the washer. I wiped my ass with it last night. I had Alberto's breakfast burrito, and it came out
That's
wrong.
all right. You can do it. It's your shirt. You do with it what you want. Now, hold on. And let me also give a big shout-out to Renee.
Yes.
I heard her back on the show. I knew the show got better. I said, something's different on this show. It sounds better. And then I heard Renee's voice that said, that's it, baby.
That's it, right?
That show sounds better.
Miss you,
Grab me
O-dawg.
one, Knocker.
Right?
Anyway,
Feels good to be back.
I have to agree with Knocker.
Whoa.
It's hard for me. Hold on. And maybe it's nostalgia. I'll readily admit that.
Yep.
Magic Johnson was an exceptional player. You can make a strong case that he's the best player to ever play the game. If you want to call me a victim of a prisoner of the moment, LeBron's the best. But as I go back and I remember what Magic did and all the things he did against the Celtics, who he did it against, how the game was played back then.
Right.
I mean, I can't argue with Knocker on that, but I think LeBron, it would be tight, in my opinion.
Yeah, now we had
I mean,
O-dawg.
Magic beat great freaking teams, and he lost to great
LeBron
freaking
beat
teams.
probably one of the best teams ever constructed
Okay,
in the
that's
NBA.
one- that's-
Down 3-1.
that's
Down
one-
3-1.
That's one series, and I think it was a
What do you
fix.
mean one series?
Okay,
He
and-
won it for
and Magic
Cleveland.
and-
He won it for fucking Cleveland.
And Magic lost 3 of his prime years.
Now, you missed. I don't know
Hey,
if
I'm
you
having
got
a hard
back.
time hearing you guys. I can't really hear you guys, so speak up if you're talking to me. I don't know. I can't really hear
now,
you.
now,
Sorry.
O-dawg, we brought this up. O-dawg, we brought this up on the show after the golf tournament. We brought up the whole mystique around Michael Jordan and why Michael Jordan is still considered the greatest in so many people's eyes because of the mystique around him. There's such a mystique. I think that Michael Jordan's greatness is based off, yeah, he won. Yeah, I know he's got his rings, his points on. A lot of it is just, it's a folk tale of Michael Jordan.
It certainly is. It's a legend. He's a legend, and fathers are telling their sons stories about him flying through the air with the greatest of ease. Cam never saw him play. Cam said he saw him with the Wizards. It's like, come on.
Yeah.
I had a guy on my show who's probably about 25.
Okay.
I said, who's the greatest, Michael or LeBron? And he said, Michael. I said, let me ask you a question. Did you ever see Michael play?
Right.
He said, no, but I've seen tapes. Then get out of here,
Yeah,
bro.
right.
You're not even old enough to have seen him play.
Same with Magic. and
I
me.
agree with you.
But that's
Thank
the
you.
thing.
I've seen
like
them
you
both.
said, Josh, that legend is bigger than reality. And my joke is I always say, Michael Jordan never missed a shot. Because it seems like that when people talk about him, oh, my God, it's like he never missed a shot.
Yeah, that's exactly, O-dawg. It's like Michael Jordan could not do anything wrong in people's eyes. Like, he's just, like, everyone thinks of him in the Space Jam and taking off from the fucking free throw line and throwing down a dunk in the tongue and the shoes and the Gatorade commercial. And it's just like, LeBron gets no credit at all. He gets nothing. And the dude's in the finals every year. He takes a team this year. Beats a Pacers team when his team sucks, makes shot after game-winning shot, and you still, Knocker, you still
No, I didn't
can't
say that.
give him his due credit.
I did not say that. What I said was what he's done this year is phenomenal. What he's done in the last 2 series is phenomenal. Okay? MJ won 6 titles in a row, but how many did he lose? None, right? Right? I don't think he ever lost.
Who's that?
Michael.
No, he's perfect in the
Okay.
finals. Yeah.
Magic went to 8 finals in 10 years. 8 finals.
How many has LeBron
and the
been to? Look that up, Renee.
The
How many finals has LeBron
competition,
been to?
the competition that Magic Johnson beat for those 5 titles and the 3 losses are much better than any team Michael Jordan played.
I agree with you. I think that Michael Jordan's all his championships were won against, good teams because they're in the championship, but
Decent teams.
They're not the Warriors like LeBron just beat.
Right.
Or back in the day when Magic
They're
would
not
beat,
the Celtics,
they're not
the
the
Sixers,
Celtics.
the bad boys.
Now, O-dawg, would you agree
Right.
with that?
Listen, I think it's hard to compare across eras because the
Exactly.
era that LeBron is playing in is completely different than the era that Magic, Bird, and Michael played in. It was a much more physical game. It was a much more, I think, technical game. Now it's bombs away, spread the floor wide, shoot threes, and we'll outshoot you 3s to 2s, and we're going to try to win the ball game that way. If you sneeze on a guy, they want to foul. You breathe on a guy, they want to foul. Whereas a lot of that stuff now, I think LeBron could have played in that era.
Right.
I don't know if Steph Curry or Durant could have played in that era.
Right.
But it's irrelevant because you can't really compare those eras. But you know, it's just tough. It's tough to make that statement, you know. And you got to think about it. You know, Magic did have a lot of help. Bird was on one of the greatest front lines in basketball that ever existed. McHale, Parrish, and Bird.
Yes, sir.
Could LeBron have played in that era and been one of the best? I like to think so.
Yes.
But you can't say just because he didn't play in that era, he's not great. He's playing against the best competition that's available now, and that's in the league. These guys are all NBA players. They're all professionals. Now, they're no Magic, they're no Birds, they're no Michaels, but he's playing against the best they have to offer. And like you said, Josh, he did one of the greatest things I've ever seen, and that's come back from 3-1. I'm surprised the guy doesn't have back problems from carrying the Cavs. I mean, he has carried the Cavs for the last 10 years.
Yes, I agree with you. Now, Renee, I completely agree with you, O-dawg. What, Renee? How many finals has LeBron?
So LeBron James has appeared in the finals 8 times and has won 3 championships.
Okay, so he's 3 and 5, Knock. Now, a lot of those finals teams, he went up against some goddamn good teams, Knocker.
None of those teams were
those
as
teams
good.
are garbage. A lot of those teams are just suspect, and they were lucky to even get to the finals. They wouldn't even be in the playoffs if it wasn't for LeBron.
None of those teams were as good. Yeah. None of those teams were as good as Boston's or Showtime.
Well, we're talking with
none of them.
Yeah, we're talking superstars again with basketball. Again, we're talking with O-dawg. He's got his own show
but
on
LeBron
Tuesdays.
could have played back then.
O-dawg, real quick, shout it out. Where can they find your show on Tuesdays?
Tuesday night in the game, WBKS1.com, 9 o'clock. Check us out. We do it like you do it. We just try to have some fun and talk sports.
It's a great show.
You know, it's my passion.
It is. It's
hey,
a great
listen,
show.
I appreciate. Let me just say this before I got to go. I appreciate the golf tournament. I loved it. I had such a great time. Knocker, thanks for letting me ride with you. Joe was awesome. JR was awesome. Everybody was awesome. And the after party was great. I had such a great time. And Josh, you know, I can't tell you how much I appreciate you let me get on the mic. I know Knocker was asleep. I wish he was there, but he had to get some rest. But at least he didn't pass out drunk.
Right.
You know, he was just fatigued.
He was
from all the hard work.
It was
fatigue.
It wasn't tequila
it's a privilege.
shots.
It is truly a privilege and an honor to crack the mic with you guys. I love it. I love talking sports radio with you guys. And so to sit in your studio is just a privilege and an honor that I do not take for granted, man.
Awesome.
So I just want to thank you guys, and we'll talk next week. I'm on my way home trying to get some rest. I got to get up at 5 in the morning, you know, and get back on the Clark Kent. So I love you guys, and I will talk to you next week, man.
All right, love you, O-dawg.
See you
Take
next
care,
week.
brother.
All right, guys, take care.
All right.
Yeah, he made my points. LeBron could have played
He made
back
good
then.
points all around. And I agree with a lot of what he said. I really do. I think that, and you got to agree, Knocker, too, a lot of it's a mystique, man.
With MJ?
Yeah.
For sure.
A lot of it. And you know what?
Absolutely.
Knocker, in a way, I think Magic was. I want to put him almost.
I'm
going to
tell you,
in
in my opinion, he is the best basketball player to ever play the game in all facets. There was nothing that he couldn't do.
See, Magic makes that block. Magic makes that LeBron block because he hustles back, or no? See, does any of those athletes make that? Does Jordan, Bird, or Magic make that block in that playoff game?
Okay, you have to stop a minute. Okay, Magic was not as athletic as LeBron. Couldn't run like LeBron. Neither could Bird. Jordan, yes. Jordan could have run the length of the floor and made that play.
Okay, but would he have?
Okay, yes. Oh, God, yes.
You
He
think
hated
he
to
would?
lose. He hated to lose.
But he played. Yeah, you know,
He
Jordan was a
hated-
good defensive player. He was.
Magic, Bird,
Yeah.
and Jordan, what they all have in common, Kobe
Yeah, but
and,
you
and,
just said,
and LeBron,
how
they
many
hated to
defensive player of
lose.
the years did Bird have? 0.
And that's fine. But he wasn't asked to do that. He didn't have to do that. Okay, he had other
but doesn't
players.
that make LeBron a different level that he's actually asked to do everything?
Right, I understand that. But my point to you is, if you bring those 3 guys, right, into today's game and put them on teams similar to LeBron's and ask them, okay, you can't average 24. You got to average 34.
Yeah.
They would have done it.
Yeah.
That's my point. They did what they needed to do to win championships. They weren't asked like LeBron's being asked, dude, you got to score 40 with 10 assists and 12 rebounds, or we're not going to win.
Yep.
And he's that great that he can do it. You put him back with those teams, probably would have averaged 24 with 10 rebounds because he had better players to play with and against.
I get that. It's all relative, too.
Exactly, and it's really hard. But
hard.
I'm just telling you, I think.
Now, we talked to Russell Westbrook before I get to break here. There's a report that came out, I think it's today or yesterday, saying that there really are sources, good, legitimate NBA sources that are saying that OKC's really thinking about trading the guy.
Mm-hmm.
Is that something you do if you're OKC? Now, we had the same. It's kind of goes back to the Raptors talk. You're OKC. You're Oklahoma.
Mm-hmm.
It's not like you're Miami. You're not Los Angeles. You're not New York. You're not even Houston.
Mm-hmm.
It's not a destination where free agents want to go to build a team.
Yes.
Now, you have Russell Westbrook. Again,
Mm-hmm.
you tried to surround him with a couple stars at Carmelo and Paul George. You got pounced in the first round.
All right.
Do you even think of trading? Like, if you're Oklahoma City, are you stuck with Russell Westbrook right now?
I think that's a really, really touchy situation.
Mm-hmm.
I think it has a lot to do.
Coddled player.
It's going to have a lot to do with my talking to him. But here's Oklahoma's problem. Okay, you can't ride this guy forever.
No.
I think they have enough deposit in the bank where their fans will ride out 2 or 3 years of not making the playoffs
or going
and
in
rebuilding.
the first round.
Correct. Make the playoffs.
Well, because we know
without
Paul
him.
George gone, Carmelo's just a shell of himself.
Exactly.
So
Do you free up the money?
You get the free agents to come. If do I want to go with a guy that's not a pass me first? I'd rather play with a Simmons with the Sixers or a Ball with the Lakers. A guy that's gonna pass me the ball.
No, I understand.
You know what I'm saying? Do I really want to go play with Russell Westbrook? That's the thing, Doc. That's the question.
But I think Westbrook.
Do you?
I really think Westbrook put on a team with 2 or 3 other really good players like KD. KD went to the Warriors, changed his game.
Are Carmelo and Paul George not really good players?
No.
Knocker. Paul George is a good.
He's a good player. Where Carmelo's
now
past
Carmelo's
his
a shell of
prime.
himself. I get that.
Right? So if I'm Oklahoma, okay, sell high. Right?
So you would trade him. You might not get he's a superstar.
Yes, he is. But
you might not get another one for 20 years.
I understand that too. I do, Josh. I do. But you get rid of that monkey off your back. I think the fan base is going to say, okay, we'll ride with you. You've been really good. You've did what you had to do for the last 6 years. We had a really good run. Almost got it done. We got this close, right? Okay, we're going to let you have 3 years to get this rebuilt. We understand. We don't like it, but we understand, right? Get some good draft picks, right? Maybe get one good free agent to come over there and play. Who knows? But right now, with him there, they're handcuffed.
Yeah, they are. I think they are.
That's my opinion.
All right,
so yes,
we're gonna get to
I
break
trade him.
here. When we get back, a Shot of the Week award coming up. I've got a bunch of stuff going on. Shot of the Week and shits. I've got viral videos. I've got Wild World of Sports. Talk some NHL playoffs. Little MLB baseball. We've got jam-packed last. We'll do about a half hour, 45 minutes of show. But real quick, we're gonna get to Knocker's Song of the Week. And Knocker, we would like to call this because we have some sound effect for you, Knocker.
Oh.
Renee, you have it?
Really?
All right, here we go.
Today's track.
What's today's track?
I
Knocker?
love it. In honor of you coming back,
Okay.
one of your favorite bands, one
Leave
of
it to me
Josh's
first.
least favorite bands.
Yeah.
This is going to be Jimmy Morrison with one of the most iconic songs ever.
The Doors.
Yes.
Yeah.
One of the most iconic songs ever
You know I fucking
put
hate the Doors.
on the radio. Changed music and what radio stations were willing to play in the future. Every song up to this point, it's Light My Fire, right? Every song up to this point was 2.5 minutes, 3 at the most. That was a long
7-minute song. We're
that
not
was a
playing all
long
7 minutes of this song. We're not
Right.
playing.
Okay.
7
Oh yeah, we
minutes.
are because we're going to eat on this break.
I'll play the 7-minute song, dog. That's not happening.
Let's play as much as we can.
I'm just saying this song turned radio on its head.
I have this on
More than the
vinyl.
Beatles, more than anybody else.
Okay.
The song is iconic. It is what it is. And remember, this band, with the sound that you're going to hear right now, there is no bass player in this band.
Yeah, there isn't.
Just remember that.
And meanwhile, I'm gonna go shoot myself in the backyard after I hear
Smoke a bowl,
So,
right? Smoke a bowl. Drop that little tab on your tongue, but listen to a little bit of Light My Fire by the Doors.
All right, we'll grab after this.